to the weekend. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Who didn't have work cannot relate. But you know what? This is why we need to ensure that all Nigerians get jobs so that everybody can understand the importance of TGIF. Because on Friday, you know, when you have worked hard Monday through Friday, you will understand the importance of. Gosh, I'm sounding a little.
I feel.
A little. I promise you that there is nothing other than coffee in this cup.
I feel sad. I feel sad.
Why are you sad?
I really feel sad. Starting the show this morning because
Gbenga.
I really don't want to go. It's
you don't want to go. I want to go.
No, seriously. I mean, it hurts that it's the last day of the week and the weekend starts. I wish we could. Please. I don't wish anything. I'm so happy to work Monday to Friday. I'm very excited to go home over the course of the weekend so I can refresh myself and bring the best quality of content and presenting to our viewers during the course of the week. Anyway, welcome to Breakfast Central. If you're just joining us for the first time, where have you been all our lives? My name is Olive MOD, and I'm one of your hosts this morning on Breakfast Central. That's right. My name is Joe Hansen, welcoming you to the show. It's going to be a bumpy ride because today...
Why is it a bumpy ride?
It's bumpy because of the very interesting stories that will see us crisscross from one part of Nigeria to another. Aside that, we'll also be combing the international scene. We have a new introduction on Fridays we're going to introduce today. It starts today. It's basically from the entertainment desk. It's called Entertainment Roundup, and it's going to start off today.
Oh. I thought when you were going to say new introductions, we were going to talk about introducing Gbenga, because I don't know why he chose not to start this show with us.
Gbenga, please.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
My name is what?
I don't need no introduction. I just
sometimes.
Anyway, let me quickly tell our audience. Before you continue, let me tell our audience quickly that for those who joined us on YouTube yesterday and dropped their comments, thank you very much. We did see your comments as well. Already they've started. We do have Chukwemeka saying, good morning, Lady Olive and Joe.
Hi.
So you can add Gbenga to the list.
Yes, and I wanted to say something. Just watching you guys, thank you. Just watching you guys Backstage, yes. See what you guys do. I kind of appreciate the work we do. One of my greatest regrets in life is that I cannot watch myself perform, except on playback. So you're welcome to know pleasure that I would never know. It's great to be here.
You're so poetic. Are you related to Socrates?
I really don't know what's going on.
We might need to call NAFDAC to investigate that beverage inside your cup.
Let's go. All right, let's start off our conversation.
Just to mention, I think that I was saying earlier that I started to appreciate Fridays when I started to work every day. But if not that I like my job, my actual preference is to be a princess. Why do I have to work so hard?
It's not too late.
It's not too late.
Yeah.
It's not too late to be.
You can live stream, go on TikTok, they monetize it, and
that's actually a good
be a
idea.
princess. Yeah.
Okay.
And you have content for days.
Okay, before we get into the content of Wake Up, I thought, because it's important that we give a shout out to all those who show us love. Yesterday we had OBA Notobi, who says, I'm gradually getting addicted to this new Central TV Breakfast Central Wake Up conversations, especially. The presenters are not holding back their thoughts. This is journalism at its best. Thank you so much for the kind words.
Thank you.
Please keep the comments coming, keep the tweets coming. And, if you're looking for something to spice up your weekend, yesterday, the three of us went on the streets of somewhere in Lagos under our billboard, and we did a special performance on the streets. Go and look for it on social media, on our Instagram platform.
I never knew that Daddy, what's that his baby's name? I don't want to let me know.
Maybe we don't know. We've not called this baby's name here. So
I didn't know that he has such skills. After discussing political issues.
No, it's good to let your head down once in a while. You can't be stiff. You can't be.
I mean, at some point I thought you were related to that guy on social media, the father. Where the father?
Kill it.
It's good.
So
I mean, it's the infectious energy of Olive. That's why every team needs an Olive. Energy is infectious. It's high octane. She sees the brighter side of life.
I appreciate the kind words. Just so you know, next Friday we're doing another one, and this time we're doing that one that they say, shake it to the max.
No, I don't know. We're not joining you on that.
You must do it with
We're not joining you. Funny enough, everyone is watching and saying, what are they saying? Well, the reason why we're even having all these discussions is if you have a state governor who can appoint SA on Instagram, SA for Twitter, essay for
TikTok.
Essay for TikTok. So we also need to get with the program and understand if that's feasible or not. You know what I mean? But
Also,
anyway,
you have to be able to appeal to different categories of people.
I mean, even the governor of Lagos State sometimes tries to make some dance moves.
Yeah,
I don't want to ever get to
he's
the point where I'll be too serious that I can't do the fun things, the little things that just add some color to the life.
But I must give it to the
we discuss
dancing
politics in the morning.
The dancing governor.
Oh, Governor
Adeleke.
Jackson Adeleke.
I love.
Aptly named. You know that's his
That's
name.
his actual name, or it's
Yeah.
true. Jackson family.
Jackson Ademola Adeleke.
Wow.
Have you seen him do the moonwalk?
I haven't.
Ah, solid.
Meanwhile, Joe is a very good dancer. Don't allow what he did yesterday.
No, I've seen him in a couple of
dancer.
places.
Okay, please. Let's move on to the actual conversations
Yes.
for today. So, if by any chance your certificate reads that you're a graduate of the University of Maiduguri, be informed that right now your university will most likely be named President Muhammadu Buhari University. You know, that will be your new university, and when you're asked where you graduated from. This was done in a bid to honor the former president after his demise. So congratulations to all the graduates, the students of University of Maiduguri. But that's something that I find interesting in Nigeria. You can go to sleep one day and your university has one name. By the next morning, your university will have another name. And sometimes, I mean, I'm not talking about this one in particular. But a number of all these other universities, the names they're changing it to, it's often worse than the first name.
Not in that sense. Look, I'm a student of history, and I like it when people preserve history the way it is. There's a reason why universities are named after the towns they're in. It puts you on a global map, and it stays that way. There's a reason why Arsenal has been Arsenal Football Club since 18-something, and they haven't changed.
They've not changed
certain things. It's called tradition. It's called history. I understand the
Sentiment
behind it. Behind the naming after, you know, trying to honor the late president. There's so many things. There are highways. You could even name the airport in Katsina after him. But universities are people have a sentimental attachment to it. If you do recall, one of the June 12 celebrations, former President Goodluck Jonathan wanted to honor the memory of the late winner of June 12, Chief M.K. Abiola. And then they renamed University of Lagos Moshood Abiola University of Lagos, Maula. The people they didn't really appreciate it.
No, they didn't.
If you recall, people that went to University of Ife or Bafenolo University, before it was changed, they still call it University of Ife because it puts Ife on the world map. It's named after places, not people. There are a few exceptions here and there.
I mean,
but the tradition is to, it's not a private university.
Yeah.
It's
I was going to say that.
After.
I'm not a fan of
University of Nigeria, Nsukka,
naming university after individuals. I think that
University of Abuja is now Yakubu Gowon University.
It's for the state. It's named after the state for a reason.
So we need to
unless
really
it's a private university.
rethink this issue of just at the slightest whims and caprices of this administrators. Just, you know, do a name change. They don't give it a lot of
Or what you
thought.
can even do.
And I'm sure a lot of graduates from University of Maiduguri are not happy with that.
Or what you can do is think of something that the person was passionate about. For example, you can go to the agriculture department,
Or a
build a laboratory
library.
or a library and name it after that person.
Not the
As
whole
opposed to
university.
changing the whole brand.
And do you know there's a cost implication to it? Paperwork, you know, renaming, letterhead, everything.
I have a friend who, this was one of the reasons she decided to go and get another degree, and a foreign degree. She was like, the university I graduated with, they've changed the name and it feels a bit weird for me now. I just feel like, you know what, let me just add, I can't be explaining. Let me add a proper degree, another degree from a renowned university. And it's not to say that the quality of these universities aren't great, but I don't know that we want that level of inconsistency. It feels like it's the same way, the sentiment I have towards this, the same sentiment I have towards declaring public holiday, because we're trying to honor, you know, the
Yeah, I mean,
president.
public holidays are one. This is permanent.
Yeah, well, that's one of. But I just feel like there are other ways to honor the person, and maybe they will say that I shouldn't be the one to determine the way that the person should be honored. Personally, I would have said something like a library, because this affects a number.
Or the airport in Katsina State. It's his hometown. I mean, it's his state.
We should stick to having private universities named after people. I can wake up today and say, I want to name a university after Gbenga Aborowa, Gbenga Aborowa University, to honor him because he's such a fantastic colleague, right? But a public or a federal university, I mean, I don't know how I feel about that.
I think you've said it all. In this part of the world, there's this craze of wanting to ensure that people's legacy and names are remembered and etched in the sands of time. And one way to do it is aside to call the name of streets, name the streets after them. Even after they've gone, we can recall almost all the streets in the entire country has a name. You have Kufa Bayomi, you have Ozumbambadi Way.
Named after people.
Yes. You said what?
Named after people.
Yeah, named after people, which is understandable. You only have maybe Western Avenue, these streets. Even when you go into these streets to find names of streets named after people, which is fine. But I do understand that if you're taking it to the university level, now that's quite different. You've made some salient points, which I would be honest, I agree with. Because if you tell someone, oh, what school did you go to? Oh, I went to University of Muhammadu Buhari.
It would be hard to...
The question is,
which
where?
university is that?
Exactly,
Where? And that's where it comes in. But some will say, okay, at the end of the name of the president, which is being mentioned there, you can now add the state behind it and make it clear that, this is the university I went to. Exactly. I remember the issues of renaming University of Lagos. Maula. And everyone said, what is going on? It's not going to fly.
President Jonathan had to reverse that decision.
Yes, it's not good. People were like, from where, how, who? And I'm sure if you speak to anybody who is an alumni of the University of Lagos that the school was going to change to Maula, they would raise their hands up, wave it in an angry way, and say never. Like, don't try.
I think when
ever try.
Former President Yakubu Gowon turned 90, they were skirting with the idea of naming University of Abuja after him. I'm not sure if it's done. Yes.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's take reactions from social media users, and of course, listen to President Tinubu make this declaration.
His memory with this special session of the Federal Executive Council expanded, and we adopt the naming of University of Maiduguri with a new name as Muhammadu Buhari University Maiduguri.
Again, you would wonder if what we've seen in this current administration has continued to turn out to be the bane of what would eventually affect them, and that's being too quick to carry out actions. This is not the first time. I mean, everybody misses the fact that nobody would get to see the former president again, but could it have been well thought of before?
Not even after the 7-day mourning period.
It's not even up to, is it up to, so we've seen this happen, we've seen this play out.
Did he even consult with the Management and Governance Council of University of Maiduguri? The alumni, was he widely consulted?
We had the NMA Vice President here as well. Yeah. The NMA Vice President was here yesterday or so.
Vice President.
And there we heard what he said. There was no consultation. Actions were taken. Even when they wrote to them and said this wouldn't fly. No
Let's see what Nigerians are saying. We might have one or two University of Maiduguri alumni in the comments.
Tam Gunubo says the level of sycophants in the Nigerian politics is next to nothing. All these are attempts to sway the minds of Muhammadu Buhari supporters to vote him comes 2027. Another angle. Immortalizing the memory of persons who made no meaningful contribution to national unity, development, and human development in the country. At this point, it's obvious Nigeria is their private enterprise. They do as they wish without any regard for constitutional procedures and provisions.
Well, I wouldn't agree with him 100%.
Why?
With this tweet, so I wouldn't agree.
I get what. So, okay, anyway, we'll come back to that.
Okay. Whether you like it or not, you can't talk about Nigeria without mentioning the
President
former
Buhari.
president.
Right. He said this is not adding up. How many universities will have the same name in the same country? Buhari and Amechi has named one in Katsina. Our universities are the receiving end of field leaders who have done nothing at the top. Buhari style position, BSP.
Buhari style position. Wow. Where did he come up with that one?
Mazi Onyokpo says, wouldn't it make sense to be keeping the memories of leaders based on their passion during their lifetime? E.g., someone that worked hard to improve education could be named after the university, exactly what we're saying.
Thank you.
While they could build ranches and name it after someone that likes animals like cows.
Well, he has a point. You name people after what you were
I
passionate about.
hope he's not trying to throw any
Where is
stuff.
he going to there?
We understand.
Okay. Patrick Omoyeni, GCFR, says the 1,000 naira note should be redesigned to feature the image of the late President Muhammadu Buhari in honor of his legacy. Thank you for your attention and understanding. Guys, calm down, please. Let's be calming down. Because just for us to redesign our naira till today, that has led us up to President Muhammadu Buhari.
Oh, you don't like that suggestion?
No.
You don't want a third 1,000 naira
No,
note?
I don't want. We haven't successfully unified our currency. We currently have two currencies, the old currency and the new currency.
Okay.
We don't want a third
Maybe
one.
they should take it a step
I also want to take one from
make
you
a
too.
2,000 naira note.
Yeah. Then just know that the
Buhari's
economy.
Mokuye Chukwuemeka has also said it doesn't make sense to just change the name of an institution that has been known by that name just to honor somebody. I don't think it's so in developed countries. He says, and who else will make the name change? Tinubu, of course, man who has many places named after him. In just a few years, he has been president. I think my conclusion to this story would be that it's okay to honor and to preserve the memories of people who have passed in the ways that we find, what's the
We
word?
deem it fit.
Well, we deem it fit is not quite the word that comes to me, but I think I'll use that. But in a way that appeals to us, right? However, the best way to immortalize anybody, and I'm hoping that those of us who are still on this side of eternity can think about that. It's the way that we live our lives, the impacts that we leave behind. When you leave, it is what people will say about you and how you've touched their lives, how you made the quality of their lives better. That would do all the honoring that one needs. They say to live in the hearts of those you love is not, as in, I'm trying to remember that quote, but to live in the hearts of
Don't be
those you love.
school to let them not sue you.
No, but it's basically talking about death. That instead of saying that people have died, to live in the hearts of those you love is not to die, right? So if you've done your best contributing to the society,
Your legacy keeps
your
them
legacy
alive.
will outlive you.
It just does the work for you. I mean, I'm going to mention one name here, just one, and I can bet you that 95 or 98% of Nigerians will agree that that name should continue to be immortalized.
MKO.
The late Latif.
Okay.
Oh,
Jakonde.
Yes.
It will because Nigerians,
Especially people that are familiar with the history of Lagos State.
Yes.
just
In
check
such
the
a short
history.
time.
Look at what he was able to do. If you immortalize that person, everybody, you don't even need to.
I mean,
you know,
he's
the funny
already
thing,
immortalized.
Like we just said, he's already done it himself because a lot of, in terms of infrastructure and so on, you'll remember him. In terms of providing education, you will remember him. So it's just there in the minds, it's etched in the minds of Nigerians,
And it's
especially
not forced,
Lagosians.
don't force it on
And you
people.
remember them. You're not going to, push it out. But then again,
Yeah, so the rest of us should think about it.
I get
so
that.
when we pass, because everybody's gonna die. So when we all leave this side
And
of
some of
eternity,
us might rapture.
anyway, let's go to our next story because of
why
time.
you guys are afraid of death?
Our next story has got to do with the fact that someone, a very important personality, was told yesterday that your passport is not in our custody. And then the court told him that we're sorry, you would not be able to go abroad for your medical trip. And what we're talking about? We're talking
The
about
White Lion.
The White Lion, yes, who appeared in court, all looking happy, excited, joyful, and so on. Well, let's quickly mention that the White Lion had made a request, especially putting it before the court, that he would need his passport so that he can fly out of the country for quick medical checkups.
As is the practice.
Yes.
And these are the issues we're talking about. We had the enemy here yesterday, and I mean, they're standard world-class hospitals, a few, be private in Nigeria where you can do that checkup. So why the need to fly out?
Many have called this to be an escape tactics. Others have said
I
that.
don't think he's going to escape. He just took up a fourth wife, by the way. So congratulations to the White Lion.
Meanwhile, like I said, many have said so, and some who have said so are not just those who are not supporters of his, but they are those who have watched the scene and understand how the judiciary could play out in a certain favor like it's done before.
I don't think it's a flight risk.
And I'll tell you this. It's not a flight risk. It's not. But the judiciary, so this is what some have said. If you check some of the explanations on his request, many have quickly pointed back to him and say, during your time, you had said that you've built so many infrastructures, including hospitals.
Yes.
So Nigerians are of the view, especially with the death of the late president, saying, okay, enough is enough. If you've built hospitals, then go to the hospital.
I like that.
Why are you requesting that you need your passport to fly out? You used your mouth to say, we've built world-class hospitals. Or all of a sudden, what happened to the hospitals? They're no longer functional?
And the current governor of Kogi State, Usman Ododo, they have a fantastic relationship. He'll be happy to, give him all the world-class attention in Kogi State.
So that's it. And then one of the key aspects was that they said the passport is not actually with them.
So there's the FCT High Court.
It's not with the, maybe it's with the immigration, maybe.
No. So it's with so the application was made before the FCT High Court in Maitama, right? And the judge then says, this is not, it's a misplaced application because you cannot ask me for what is not with me. So they're asking for the judge.
Procedure?
However,
who takes custody of the passport?
His passport is with another court. It's with the Federal High Court. It's with another court because there was a separate application. I think it was last year when he was granted bail. Part of the requirements for him to be granted bail
was to drop
his passport. So you're applying for your passport from the wrong court, first of all, So that's one. He needs to first of all sort out. He should go to the court where he submitted his passport for his bail application. That would be one. And then it's within the court's prerogative to decide whether or not he's a flight risk. But then again, this brings back the conversation.
Another lesson we learn here is get yourself a lawyer on your breakfast show. My head is swallowing up.
It's okay.
Too intelligent.
But then again, many have said that the former governor on social media wants to go on honeymoon. That's why he's newly.
And that's a valid request. You understand?
Because just say it as it is.
If you just got it.
Anyway, he said check up. He didn't say he was feeling unwell. Because from the images we saw, he looked like he was spiritual, shaking hands and laughing.
It also, aside from all of this we're saying, it also calls to question Nigeria's judicial system / the impunity that we get to see most times. And when we talk about impunity, it's like there is no cause, there's no punishment for certain actions being taken. When money's being missing.
Yeah, these are serious allegations.
There were many allegations.
80.2
many allegations,
billion.
and yet nothing was done. Then again, the FCC.
You can't conclude and say nothing was done.
When I say nothing was done, I'm explaining. I'm explaining. Yes. When we spoke with the EFCC spokesperson, he said, when we asked him, why is it that nothing was done? He made it clear to us, and I think we also should highlight to Nigerians who are expecting that there would be a quick judgment. He said, listen, the case is in court, and he would actually have his day in court, and it would take time until every single thing has been done, but they need to follow the order, the process, and everything. But our point here is that we think it's high time governors should be able, whether they're serving and not serving as governors, they should be able to make use of the resources that they put in place, even while they were governors.
Should lead by example.
So lead by example. You don't need to travel out for medical attention. There are medical professionals here and doctors.
Sure that
medical attention / honeymoon.
I didn't say that.
Allegedly.
Allegedly is online. No? Yeah, according to the online
statement. But we wish the happy couple a long life together, and may their marriage works very.
Well, let's see reactions. Let's see reactions.
Let's
see reactions. It's shameful for him to be seeking for treatment abroad despite the medical facility he claimed to be world standard. He inaugurated in his own town, Okene, before he left office. That's from Wale Adekola at Wale Davis. I am him. Aaron Long says he shocked me as a man. They add wife like say this case no get where he touch. I be be the same EFCC we make fire shake humble for the past few years. They handle Yahaya matter. Well, we don't know. Brian Patson says he should be cautious. It's better he gets treated here in Nigeria than going abroad. Lessons should be learned from Buhari and Dantata.
Okay. Nweke Raphael says him carry Kogi people money, they marry new wife. that now waiting pay me pass, just to paraphrase.
How do you know that?
Exactly. How
do you know whether he has been saving for this rainy day?
You know, my advice, especially going from the new policy of the APC government on patronizing Nigeria, buying Nigeria to Naira, you can use one stone to kill two birds.
Tell me about it.
One of the tweets there mentioned the world-class hospital he built in Okene. He can go there for his checkup, and then honeymoon by the confluence. You know, Kogi says a confluence near where Lord Lugard and where they discover Mongo Park. You know, use one bird to kill two stones. So, you know,
you're right.
Full of wisdom.
You're very right. Kogites will be very proud. By the way, our sound engineer is a Kogite, and I'm sure he's listening with rapt attention.
And he's really, I learned that he's really excited with the strides of what the governor was able to achieve.
Exactly. And for those that are criticizing him for marrying a fourth wife, at least he has done it with his full chest. He's his wife. It's not a situation where he's at a conference, or sorry, at a concert with somebody that is not his wife, and then the camera comes on
HR.
Thank God our HR is not like that.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, let's wrap things up very quickly as we go straight to the meat of today's show. There was a video circulating online, but I don't know.
We have to
take
this time.
Yeah, I mean, wake up is off.
Wow.
Yeah, wake up. I think this one we have to put a pause to it. But
that's why
let's get to see this video first. Bring that PS5. Bring that, wait, just watch this video. Watch.
This PS5 is bringing back memories.
It's okay.
To me.
Don't go there.
You know the memories, right?
Yes,
I've given you this before.
Let's watch this video.
Sit down. Come and play PlayStation. We're going to have lots of other. This brand new baby PS5 stream to our gaming at the beach house. We're bringing more games. We're also going to bring in Xbox and others. But thank God for this small weeks. We keep doing this build on our capacity.
I want to applaud him. He's the APC youth leader, Dayo Israel. I think that what he's doing is fantastic for young people, being able to ensure that we have like PS5 and games to, keep snooker. He's creating a very lovely, conducive environment for networking between young people. In a world that is very divided, I think community is what we need, and this is a way to foster community. So I'd like to applaud him for this wonderful initiative.
Okay.
Wow.
That's why God gave us name and surname. You are speaking for yourself on behalf of Oliver Modia and our family. And ourselves.
Please now, calm down. You need to be calming down, guys.
I mean, she's entitled to her opinion.
Wow, no, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Let's take reactions.
Let's take reactions. Yeah, let's take
Again, I don't know if you understand the story, but let's take reactions. We'll tell you the story.
In a country where youth unemployment is at an all-time high, education is at an all-time low, a game house is what is being proposed. These lot live in another planet. Hey! Wow.
Let's take another tweet very quickly.
So you are
doing well. No, I think you need to say, you are doing well.
Doing well, Dayo. However,
I think you need to engage more outside of Abuja.
This one responded, okay, no.
And you are educated.
And you are educated. Yeah, this one gave him clap back.
So you are educated. For Ontario, right?
Hey, because it's all Canada.
Of all problems in Nigeria, what you choose to inaugurate is a game house, not education scholarships, but a game house. You are shameless. Another one. Oh, this is long.
You want to be an enabler of idleness, waste of talent, and laziness? If APC had not ruined the economy of the country, Nigerians would have not been able to afford all these baits. Nigerians would have been able to afford all these baits comfortably and have them at home without coming to this place to while away their productive hours, playing games, rubbing sweat, and exchanging eczema.
That was harsh. And exchanging
A gainfully employed young man or woman has no business wasting their time coming to your gaming area to play games with their future while your own children are at home enjoying the same basic stuff you are projecting as luxury and youth empowerment to the poor youth who don't see the negative impact of this on their present and future. May God deliver us from you people's propaganda and gimmicks. Youths are hungry, no jobs, no light, but then they unwrap PS5 like saying a dirty December. Now strategy they won't develop, but then they train for Call of Duty, Survive Nigeria Edition. PS5 no go fix fuel price, bros. She na Mortal Kombat and go use fight inflation. By the time hunger wire person, even the snooker ball will begin look like fried egg.
I'm telling you, especially the white ball.
The white ball.
We don't know they enable anything. They enable cruise and Sufferhead Deluxe. Hey! Wow.
I think we can come back as a
Nigerian
wrapping up.
tweets are goated, Sha.
I just have a few words. I think, guys, we have like few seconds to go to wrap things up. Let me start off first. To the young man who is the youth leader, Dayo Israel. I mean, we do understand that he's well respected. This is sad. I wish I'm gonna put it to him. Please take 1 month and hit the streets. Forget your Jeep, forget your cars, forget your AC. Hit the streets of Lagos, hit the streets of Zamfara, hit the streets. Go to those areas, go and see what the youths are going through. While PS5, it looks like a privileged, a provision that's being given to youths, I think the best way to empower the youths could have been through scholarships, other programs that would have done well. And it pains me to see this, because you have Nigerians who are not in the same position like he is, who are already doing these things in their own capacity the best way they can, without any government intervention or support, but they're doing it for their personal pockets. And how much more of someone who may have the support of the government? So it's very sad, and I must say that there needs to be a rethink. What pains the most to Nigerians, especially, is the fact that everything seems to be going on like everything is fine and good, but it's not.
I understand the idea behind it, but it's totally wrong. He got this wrong.
There's always
we need
of
recreational centers, outdoor sporting arenas. Let them do physical activity. You could discover talent there. They could use the time they use to.
Gbenga, let me just add to what you just said. It will be
better than a gaming.
I like
center.
the idea. What you should have just said was, let's take one. Maybe what if he had partnered with a football club, and then they come in and give 12 youths in a year an opportunity to go for the academy and showcase their talents, and then they're picked. That's a good one. You're helping them to.
Can I actually read the tweet that he put out? There was a tweet on X he put out, and he attached that video. He said, "Today we received delivery of our first PlayStation PS5 Slim game at the Youth House Gaming area. We already have snooker, table tennis, and we'll be introducing multiple PlayStation game cubicles, Xbox, and other fun activities, so that the center truly serves its purpose as a place for networking, relaxation, and strategy development and implementation for young progressives. Our podcast studios and training rooms will also be available for our members to leverage. We want to be an enabler." Do you think that what he's done is really that bad? Because
I'm not for the PS and the Xbox.
Maybe it's because he's made an entire video about it.
So that's where the problem is.
To be honest, I just think, okay, if it's a relaxation center, he's not saying, oh, this is what our project is to fundamentally change the lives of young people. Okay, we have something to help young people relax, a place for them to come and network. We have podcast studios, which I think is brilliant. We have training rooms that we can leverage. I think that's great.
What happened to libraries? What happened to areas where people can hone their skills?
Who says they don't have that, or they still will not do that?
Well, what we can see, the one he gave the attention the most, that it was treating like a World Cup, was the PS. So it means their priority is that PS.
Well, anyway, let's leave it to our audience. Let us know what they think. Go on YouTube.
I feel we can do more.
Drop a comment in the chat box. Do you think that it's really that much of a big deal that people are making it out to be? Or do you think maybe there's a different thing he could have done? Let us know your thoughts on YouTube at News Central TV regarding the unboxing of the PS5. But now let's share with you our top stories this morning on Breakfast Central. This morning on Breakfast Central, Nigeria's inflation rate dropped to 22.22% in June 2025. Good news? We'll find out. PDP reacts to Atiku Abubakar's resignation from the party. And we're moving away from that to look at Confab. They're pushing for new people-centered constitution. We'll be looking at the details of this as well. Bayelsa communities praise PINL's efforts in curbing oil spills. The oil sector 6 stakeholders have, of course, had an engagement. Paper review will be featured this morning, as always. Please stay with us.